Okay, wait, it's almost 5 minutes. Let's go.
What are you gonna do? Sue, would you light the candles? I don't know how to do that. Oh, you're good. It's on the back. There you go. Can you get me a cup of water, please? Thank you. Sure. Amen. Thank you. I'm the substitute for tonight, so it is what it is. I may offer you melody choices, so enjoy. Um, Please turn to page 5, and for the Shalom Aleichem. Everybody there. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mihi melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu mi l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom. Malachei Elyon, mi melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, mi melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. There comes our queen for the day. Page 11, please. Right. And let's do this in English on the left side of the page, please. Let us go and sing to Adonai. Let us trumpet praise to our protector. Filled with thanks, let us greet God, raising our voice in song. Great is Adonai, a greater sovereign than all other deities. God's hands formed the earth's deep mountain crests too, are God's work. The sea is God's, for God made it. Dry land was fashioned by God's hands. Come then, let us bow and kneel. Let us bend our knees in the presence of Adonai, who formed us. Y'all are going to see a theme of nature, of God's creation, of everything around us that we should appreciate. Okay, and we can do the beginning on page 11 in the Hebrew. Lechune ranena, lechune ranena, lechune ranena, ladonai. Lechune ranena, lechune ranena, lechune ranena, ladonai. Naria, naria, letzor yish enu, nikadma fana betoda. Ria, naria, letzor yish enu, biz me wrote naria lo. I'm following Rabbi's script. Okay. And we're going to read together on the left side in English on page 14. Again, this is continuing that theme of God's creations. Bow to Adonai in the glory of this holy place. Tremble before God's presence, all who dwell on earth. Announce among the nations, Adonai reigns. The land is firm and will not be moved. Peoples will be truthfully judged. The heavens shall be glad and the earth rejoice. The sea and its fullness roar. The meadows and all that grows in them exult. Even the trees of the forest shall sing praise, as Adonai comes to judge the earth, judging lands with righteousness and peoples with divine truth. And we're going to move on to page 21. Fred, what's the Friday night melody for this? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Fred is my guide here. Okay, page 21. Mizmor LeDavid, Havu Ladonai B'nai Elim, Havu Ladonai Kavod Va'oz, Havu Ladonai Kivot Shemo, Hishtachavu Ladonai Behadrat Kodesh, Kol Adonai Al Hamayim, El HaKavod Hirim, Adonai Omayim Rabim, Kol Adonai Ba'koach, Kol Adonai Behadar, Kol Adonai Shover Arazim, Vayeshaber Adonai Et Harzei Havanan, Vayerkidam Kimo Egel, Levanon Versirian, Kimon Vein Remim, Kol Adonai, Hotzef Lavot Eish, Kol Adonai, Yachiel Midbar, Yachiel Adonai Midbar Kodesh, Kol Adonai Yecholel Ayalot, Vayechasof Ya'orod, Uvhechalo Kulo, Omer Kavod, Adonai Lamabu, Yashav Vayeshev Adonai, Melech Leolam, Adonai Oz, Le'amo Yitain, Adonai Yevorek et Amova, Shalom. Page 23 for Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad. Hishmi'anu el hamyuchad. Adonai echad. Ushmo echad. L'shem ultiferet v'litila. Lecha dodi likrat kala. P'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha. Ki hi mekor habracha. Merosh mikedem nesucha. Sof ba'aseh v'makshava techila. Lecha dodi likrat kala. P'nei Shabbat lekabela. We're going to continue with the first two on page 24. I guess the first three. Hit orarim afar komi, leave she big day to protecha ami, al yad ben ish beit halak me. I'm say karav el nifshi gila lecha dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Hit orari kiva ore kumi uri shir daberi. Kevod Adonai alayek nikla. Lecha dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Do you want to do one moment? Lo chevshi below tichalmi. Oh, excuse me. We're going to go to the last paragraph on 25. Redo. We're going to do a lot of redos. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam besimcha uvtzala, tochemune am segula. Boi chala, lecha dodi likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nekabela. So not only has the Shabbat bride come into our midst, but our queen is here as well, Sandra. And we're going to turn to page 28 and join me at the arrow, please. Tzadikata hamarhi ifrach be'eres bavanan yiskeh shetulim bevet Adonai bechasrot Eloheinu yafrihu. O Tianun Beseva Veshenim Veratnanim Yehu Lahagid Ki Yashar Adonai Turi Velo Avlatabo. Do we have any mourners saying Kaddish tonight? Okay, then we will skip Kaddish. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Peter, I didn't see you standing up. Page 30. Yikada v'yikada shmei rabbah v'alman divra kirute v'amlich malchute v'amlecha. I'm sorry, I got the wrong tune. Give me the tune. No. Just recited. Yikada v'yikada shmei rabbah v'alman divra kirute. Right? Kirute v'amlich malchute v'chayachon uvyamechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael v'agola uv'izman kariv v'meru. Amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach li'olam ulamei almaya yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yihadar v'yitaleh v'yitalel shmei dekudusha brechu Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechemata, da'amiram b'yama v'meru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'meru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'meru. Amen. Again, I'm following the rabbi's outline. So at this time, she has Devar Torah, which is when she gives us her fabulous words of wisdom. But since I don't have those fabulous words of wisdom, I found a wonderful commentary on this week's Parsha that I edited. And this week's Parsha is Naso, where all the tribes were basically given responsibilities related to the tabernacle and everything about it and keeping everybody together. In the morning, Fred will probably tell everybody what each group did, but we know that one of the groups included Aaron, who was the high priest, and his sons. And they were responsible for making sure all of the rituals were practiced. And so this is a little commentary written by Rabbi Andrea Moreau from the Jewish Center in Princeton, New Jersey. And so here goes. Since October 7th, concerned Jews have been on an emotional roller coaster, much of the time brooding over what may come next. The ground under us does not feel so stable right now, and still right now. In more optimistic moments, I ponder what redemptive acts could change the current state of Jewish peoplehood, or the state of Israel, for the better. In a time of war and division, in a time of rising and shocking anti-Semitism, in a time when we have seen the narratives of how our people are perceived change, we need to lift each other up with words of blessing. Because ultimately, we need hope. More than anything else, I believe, we need to name our blessings and help others to feel blessed so that our souls can find ways to move forward. In this week's Parshot Naso, we learn the blessing used by so many, called the Birkat Kohanim, the blessing of the priest. Amid our longest Parsha, nestled between laws of the Nazarites and the final preparations for how to use the tabernacle and transport it, God teaches that people can use their words and actions to bless one another. All, I note all, while noting that our blessings come from the Holy One. The Holy One speaks to Moses with instructions for Aaron and his sons, the priests, for how to bless the people of Israel. You know these sacred words. You hear them, you say them, and may Adonai bless and protect you. May Adonai deal kindly and graciously with you. May Adonai bestow favor upon you and grant you shalom. Many commentators looked for meaning in each and every word, and even in the order of the words in the blessing. The 20th century Torah scholar Nahama Leibowitz wrote that the three different blessings, the three sections, illustrated order, starting with a blessing concerned with people's material needs. God will bless you and protect you. And then dealing with their spiritual needs. May God find favor on you. And then finally reaching a climax, combining both of these together, crowning them with the blessing of peace. This ascending order and increasing surge of blessing is reflected in the language and rhythm of this blessing. We also learned that though blessings come from God, they can also flow through the words of people. In our Torah portion, we read that Aaron lifted his hands toward the people and blessed them. Rashi said that this was the priestly benediction. But why did Aaron lift his hands up? Rambam notes that it is possible that Aaron spread his hands out towards heaven and then blessed the people. This might indicate that Aaron's hands were facing up to God in the form of a plea and not towards or on the person actually receiving the blessing. Perhaps the fact that Aaron lifts his hands is a reminder to us to bless others, not only with our words, but with the work of our hands. As a mamlechat kohanim, a sovereignty of priests, we each have the ability and, dare I say, obligation to bless others with our words and our deeds. So many people in our lives today need protection, first and foremost. And we all need so much kindness and grace right now. We live with much brokenness in our world, and we as individuals, our country and Israel, need a sense that we can strive to create shalom, peace and wholeness, even when it seems so far away. And we need to hear this from people who know and love us. Birkat Kohanim can be the start of a bracha, a blessing, that we give to one another, but not its end. We should continue with our own words that are specific to the needs of the person or people in front of us. The bracha that we give to others can also be reminiscent of Aaron lifting his hands. It can literally be the work of our hands, bringing a meal, driving someone to a doctor's appointment, being present for others in their time of vulnerability, helping them in concrete ways to feel a bit more whole. This week, can we endeavor to bless others with both this moving ancient text and with new individualized prayers for others? I hope that you can extend to someone else the blessings of having enough, of being and feeling protected, of sensing God's presence, of experiencing kindness, grace, and wholeness. Shabbat Shalom. I took out about half. Page 39A for the Baruch. Please rise. Baruchu et Adonai Hamvarach. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Li'olam Va'ed. You may be seated. When I used to teach the teenagers for religious school, and we got to that prayer, I talked about, when the royalty in the Middle East, they would go through the streets up on, people would be carrying them with poles, and they'd walk down the street. But in front of the parade, they blew horns to let everybody know they were coming. And so this prayer that we just said are the horns that are being blown to get us ready for the rest of the service. So now we get to the meat. Page 40. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael amcha ahavta Torah u'mitzvot hukima mishpatim otanu lemadeta al kain Adonai Eloheinu b'shachbenu uvkumeinu nasiach bechukecha v'nismak b'divrei Torotecha uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed ki hem chayenu v'yorech yomenu v'orech yomenu uvahem nehege yamaham v'layla v'yavatacha al tasim imenu li'olamim baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisroel. Page 41 for the Shema. Shema Yisroel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. V'yadhavta et Adonai Elohecha, b'chol levavcha, u'v'chol nafshecha, u'v'chol meodecha, v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh, asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alavavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shiktecha b'veitecha u'v'lektecha v'derech u'v'shakbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam li'ot al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot b'neinecha ukatavtam amazuzot beitecha uvisharecha. And let's read the middle of the page on the left in English. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all that is yours. These words that I command you this day shall be taken to heart. Teach them again and again to your children. Speak of them when you sit in your home, when you walk on your way, when you lie down, and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand and as a symbol above your eyes. Inscribe them upon the doorpost of your home and on your gates. Continue silently to the next page. On page 42, toward the bottom, join me. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor, dahaber el bnei Yisrael v'yamarta aleihem v'yasu lachem tzitzit, al kanfei b'ritem l'dorotam, v'natnu al tzitzit, hakanav patil techelet, v'haya lachem l'tzitzit, oritem oto, uksartem et kol mitzvot Adonai, v'yasitem otam, v'lo taturu acharei levatchem, v'acharei einechem, asher atem zonim achareichem, leman tiskaru, v'yasitem et kol mitzvotai, v'yitem kadoshim lelohechem, ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeti etchem Mitzrayim, liot lachem lelohim, ani Adonai Elohechem. Adonai Elohechem, amen. Page 44. Umalchuto baratzan kiplu alehem. Moshe Avram Umeram uvnei Yisrael lacha anu shira b'simcha rabba v'yamru kulam michamocha v'elim Adonai michamocha Nedor ba'kodesh, nora tehilot, o sefele, machut achavra uvanecha, belkei ayom lifnei Moshe, ze Eli anu v'yomru, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed, v'ne'emar, kifadai Adonai et Yaakov, ugolo miyat chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Go'al Yisroel. On page 45, please join me on the bottom left side of the in English, the canopy of peace, the sukkah of peace. Lord knows we need that. Peace comes to us in the recognition that we allow ourselves to be vulnerable. When we recognize that we cannot control everything, redemption can be achieved. The central image in this prayer is the sukkah of peace. The sukkah is a fragile structure open to the elements. Peace is pictured not as a temple, solidly built, gilded, and perhaps ornate, but rather as created out of the most fragmentary of materials, leaving us vulnerable and at rest. Ushmor tzeitenu uvoenu l'chaim u'shalom me'ata v'ad olam ufrot aleinu sukat shlomecha baruch atah Adonai habaresh sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. Please turn to page 46 and we rise for the Shomro. V'shomru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam b'ridolam v'shomru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam b'ridolam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam v'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. בני ישראל אותי לעולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. יקדש שמי רבה, ביום דיברה קירותי, בימלך מלכותי, בחייכם ובימיכם, ובעידך בית ישראל, בעגלה, ובזמן קוראים, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם לעולמי עולמיה, יתברך וישתבח, יתברך ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקדושה ברכו, לעילם מכל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, Damihiram Bioma, the Amaru, Amen. And please remain standing if you can. And the Amiga begins on the next page on 47. And on Friday evening, we do the Amiga silently. You can read the prayers in the Siddur, or this is the time for you to have a direct line. going to turn to page 173. And on the top left in the English, we're going to say our Mishberach. Mishberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Limotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. And let us say, Amen. Mishberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit. And let us say, Amen. And I have a list, a Mishberach list. And if you would like to add somebody else, please stand and I'll call on you. Mishberach, Elizabeth Alfieri, Victor Alfieri, Alan Berghauser, Bonnie Carlton, Natalie Cogan, Megan Coutinho, Michelle Kramer, Barbara Feingold, Bruce Fine, Gittel Glasser, Suzanne Gott, Francis Haber, Harold Haber, Nadine Hyman, Peter Jacobson, Michael Jacobson, Joan Klepp, Mike Kodadich, Michael Krause, Tom LeBlanc, Hannah Lipman, Joel Lowenstern, Rivka Markowitz, Marjorie Morenstein, Suzanne Aller, Jana Prince, Bernie Rowe, Devorah Rubenstein, Genevieve Sanders, Harriet Siegel, Jerry Vittner, Esther Wiener, Mary Beth White, Yisraela Bat Sephora, Devorah Bat Abraham Basara. Any others? Harold Rabhan. Thank you. Okay, please turn to page 54. Yikadav Yikadav Shemei Rabbah. V'yama divra kiruteh v'yamlich machuteh b'chayeichon v'yamechon v'chayedecho be'Yisrael ba'agala v'zman kari v'yimaru. Amen. Yeheshmei Rabbah mevorach li'olam ne'al me'omaya yitbarak yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitbar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitarda v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei d'kudusha Brechu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata dat miram b'yama v'yimaru. Amen. Titkabal zelu etchon v'etchon d'chol Yisrael ka'adamu v'on v'shemaya v'yimaru. Amen. Yehesh lava ramba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimaru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mroma hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimaru. Amen. I won't forget you, Sandra. Would you open there? Turn to page 56 for Aleinu, please. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol latet gedula leotzer breshit shelo asayne kigaye haratzot velo samanu kamishbechot hadama Shelosam Helkenu Kahem Vigoralenu Kechal Hamanam Ayanaknu Karim Umishtachavim Umodim Lifnei Melech Malech Alachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shehunatet Shamayim V'yotzet Oretz Umoshav Yikara B'Shamayim Ima'al Ushchinatu Zo B'Gav He Meromim Hu Eloheinu Einod Emet Malkeinu Efes Ulato Katu V'Torata V'Yadata Hayom Hashevota Elavavecha Ki Adonai Hu Elohim B'Shamayim Imal V'al ha'aretz mitachad ein od. Please continue silently on page 57 till before the arrow. Kakatu b'torotecha Adonai yimlok li'olam va'ed v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol ha'aretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad Ushemo echad. You may be seated. We've come to the time to remember those who are no longer with us. And again, if you have anybody in your life, in your memory, add them. Hyman Vygotsky, Rita Alexander, Esther Levy, Harry Clayman, Jacqueline Headley, Rachel Bragg, Stephen Littwer, Anna Schmier, Margaret Bornstein, Brian McCann, Edwina Rubenstein, Rosalind Tomberg, Harold Brenner, Yetta Felsenstein-Kogan, Alex Davis, Arnold Abner Newman, Florence Zadkoff, Justin Gardner, Louis Davis, Michael Hess, Max Heller, Sarah Ginsburg, Anna Campbell, Moshe Harosh, and anybody else? Yes. We turn to page 58 for the Mourner's Kaddish. All those saying Yizkor, please rise on page 58. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah, v'yamad divra kirutei v'yamlich mahutei, v'chayechon uv'mechon uv'chayei decho beit Yisrael, ba'agola uv'izman kariv v'yimaru. Amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mivarak li'olam olamei omaya. Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalel shmei dekudusha brechu. Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechamata. Da'amiram b'yama v'yimaru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael, Bimaru, Amen. Ose Shalom Bimrumav, Huya Ase Shalom, Alena Vyako Yisrael, Bimaru, Amen. You may be seated. Sandra, do you want me to come back to you? Let's finish the service and everybody sit a minute because I know Sandra wants to give us a few words. Well, and I'll bring it to you, Sandra. You don't have to move. Okay, go ahead. Well, that's it. Right. Yes.
Is this it? Well, good evening, everybody, and I'm happy to see each and every one of you. And I feel like I just can't believe that I am 97 years old and still a member of Congregation Beth Israel, especially when I can remember the first day I arrived in Greenville. I had just come back from my honeymoon, and my husband said, we're going to a B'nai B'rith picnic, which they had. And I was at the B'nai B'rith picnic and met Max Heller. And Max Heller said, welcome to Greenville. We're happy to have you. And what's more, we need you. And from those words on, I became addicted to Beth Israel congregation. We were only about 20 members, can you believe that? On a tiny synagogue on Town Street. And yet, we all worked together to get things done and to get all kinds of programs promoted. The most difficult thing was trying to have kosher owning Shabbats. It was very difficult in those days. And most of the people that had come to Greenville were all from textile involved. And it was just booming at the time I got here. And as the town was booming with textile people, we gradually grew our congregation. And it was wonderful the way we just visited people who were Jewish and said, this is where you belong, and they came and joined us. And now we moved from Town Street to this beautiful synagogue here, and we've been here now, what, 20 years? No. Well, at any rate, I do remember that I think when I arrived in Greenville, are you ready for this? 1950. Wow, that's a long time ago. Some of you weren't even born. But I just wanted to say I enjoyed working for the synagogue. I became president a couple of times, worked very hard. I remember cooking all kinds of roasts and learning to slice it and serving. And we had long black tie affairs. We charged all of $25 and had an orchestra. And we made money for the synagogue. It shows you how far back it is. But you know, I look around and I wonder where everybody is. And I'm afraid that there's no longer with us. Now, I remember Fred Leffert. He was just in school when I got here. And his family were very active in the congregation. And Mitch Wilson over there, who was the first young doctor who came in to go into the optometrist practice, and we were just a very small group, but we were all very close, which made all the difference in the world. I just wanted to tell you, though, it pays to do your volunteer work. Because I felt they needed me, I volunteered at the synagogue. I volunteered at the hospital. I volunteered at the cancer drive, and I volunteered for the Heart Association. And I guess because of that, I won the most wonderful gift of all. I was invited by Oprah Winfrey to spend a week with her at a spa out in, where was it, Arizona. And I mean a spa where you were spoiled for a week. And it's a week I shall never, never forget. So it does pay to volunteer. And I want to encourage all of you to do the same. Anyway, I just want to thank all of you for showing up tonight. I still can't believe I'm 97. That's old. But it certainly has been a pleasure for me to be a member of Congregation Beth Israel and to work as hard as I could to keep it going. Thank you.
If you all notice, I have an assistant up here on the bima tonight. I'm not supposed to mention her name, but she has been a wonderful assistant. We're going to conclude with Adon Olam on page 211. In honor of our birthday girl, we'll do an older melody. Adon Olam asher malach b'terim kol yitzir nivra li'et naso b'chefsa kol azai melech shemo nikra v'acharei kiflot kol levado yimlok nahora v'hu haya Vehu hoveh, vehu yiyeh, betifara, vehu echad, v'ein sheni. Lacham shilo, lachak bihira, beli reshit, beli taklid, velo ha'oz, v'hamisra, vehu eli. Did I already do that? Lily. But Tzor Hevli B'Eit Sahora V'Hu Nisi Umanos Lemanat Kahosi B'Yom Ekra B'Ado Avkid Ruchi B'Eit Ishan V'A'ira V'Im Ruchi Gaviati Adonaholi velo ira. David, would you like to come up? Don't run yet. And he's going to read some announcements for us. And while he's walking up, I just want to say, don't forget to share your blessings and be kind and gracious to everyone, whoever they are. You need the microphone.
I'll try that again. Good Shabbos. Welcome.
Good Shabbos.
We're delighted to have you here, and thank you for all your support of our congregation, Beth Israel. Without you, we wouldn't be here. Okay. The person who is supposed to be here as our Binima buddy is Tamar Altro. Tamar is one of my favorite people, and I'm sorry she couldn't make it. Upcoming, did you see in the bulletin, did you read the bulletin? The save the date? Sorry. I think it's good. I'll move, it's easier. Did you see the save the date message in our bulletin that came out a couple days ago? No?
What did it say?
Well, I'll tell you. It said save the date for our alumni weekend is in December 11th through the 13th, and you won't want to miss it. If you're in touch with a former member, please send them contact information and make sure they're invited to join us. The information should go to Diane Sachs, our executive director. I don't have my reading glasses, so forgive me. I don't know where I let them. There's a breakfast this Sunday.
No,
No.
next Sunday.
Next Sunday. For all the men's club members and any member of the congregation or their families. Please attend. I'm not used to looking for these things. Aha. It's all become clear to me. Sisterhood meeting on June 14. A vibrant afternoon of community and friendship. Please register so we know the numbers. On June 16th, join us as we start our celebration of 110 years of faith, community, and tradition here at Congregation Beth Israel. We are making this an incredible milestone.
I'll let you bring the chocolate to Sandra, and we'll sing.
In July 17th, okay. July 17th, social action, the Habitat for Humanity. The young man in the back, Jeff Gaines, is in charge. And we would love to have more volunteers to give back to the community. Contact Jeff if you can volunteer. You don't have to build the house by yourself or anything. It's all within your skill range, right? Yeah. Even I could do that, and I'm notorious for being bad at that sort of thing. Indeed, my wife calls EMS when I pick up a screwdriver. On July 22nd, Tish B'Av study session with Rabbi Cohen. Time to be announced. And on 7/31, post-Tish B'Av Shabbat potluck dinner. Stay tuned for further instructions. Religious school is in recess, but we're looking for teachers or substitute teachers for the coming year. Classes are held on Sundays between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m., as well as 2 Wednesdays a month from 5:15 to 7 p.m. Please reach out to our religious school, and there's an email address in the bulletin, and it's religiouschool@BethIsraelSC, South Carolina.org. Adult education, we have intermediate Hebrew with Fred Leopard. He's taking names as we speak, so. This meets Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Torah study with Fred Leopard again on Zoom on Tuesdays at 5:30 p.m. And we want to say happy birthday, of course, to Sandra. 97 is quite amazing. I would sing the birthday song, but I would drive everyone out of here, so.
Sameach Yom Huledes Sameach Yom Huledes Sameach Yom Huledes Sameach. And Sandra, the rabbi, asked me to tell you that that chocolate was from her, even though she's not here.
Joining us in this birthday wish on May 28th, Barry Knox. And then on June 2nd, Ilana Wexler. We have no anniversaries this week, and I think that concludes our announcements.
Okay.
Any questions?
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Please join us in the social hall. I believe that there's a special cake in Sandra's honor, so please join us.
see on top of the piano, I put the star in the auction.
No.
Yeah, and so somebody gave a small donation, but they left it here on top of the piano.
All right.
It's like, well, it fits me.
Now,
Yeah, I made a wooden base